MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. Mookie Betts, with the season winding to a close, the AL's leading hitter makes his case for a batting crown. Next. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
You know, every pitcher comes out of spring training hoping they can make somewhere between 30 to 35 starts. This guy will be making start number 30 on the year. He's reliable, he's dependable, and he's been pretty good all season long. 30 starts, not an easy thing to do.
Austin Hayes the next to bat. He will lead this one off today. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he darn near started this thing off with a bang. Instead, it's a foul ball. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
Fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone on strikes to start the afternoon.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
To the plate now, Jack Mayfield. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. 268 the average for him coming in. 6 home runs and 47 RBIs. Line to second, where it's caught there for out number 2. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. D-Row, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
This is not even a stat you probably would have even looked at 10 years ago. The fact that this team's last in walks in today's game bodes a lot of trouble. They will swing at the rosin bag. Do not expect this pitcher to come over the heart of the plate in any meaningful position, because he knows he's going to get a lot of swing and miss.
Dwight Smith Jr. is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
D-Row, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Chopped toward the second baseman. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Batting for the third baseman, Rio Ruiz.
Rio Ruiz to the plate now. And he puts it on the ground to second. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Orioles. Orioles nothing. Yankees coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Kyle Muller is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
So coming to the plate, Miguel Andujar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Yankees, the third baseman,
The pitch.
Miguel Andujar.
Whoa, right back at him, and it hit him. He's safe. A great recovery, but he couldn't get it there in time.
Batting second, the shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Stepping in now, Nick Ahmed, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball one. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I think if you would have asked the manager of this team, first 5 games of this road trip, you're going to go 4-1. He would have signed that in blood. So let the guys continue to play the way they've been playing. Everything is going nice right now.
Fouled away. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Part of the order on deck, so keeping this 2-hole hitter off the bags is always important.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, one thing's for sure, they love what Mookie Betts brings to their offense. There are certain things that jump out to you and say, this guy's having a great season. Not a good one, but a great one. I look at the run scored, and he
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's got that average sitting right at the 350 plateau now. 42 homers and an even 120 RBIs. Ooh, and he finds his spot there, 1-1.
Got to pitch to the ballpark's dimensions right here. Love the execution of that pitch down in the zone. Got to keep the ball in the yard.
2-1 now to Mookie. 2 out, nobody on. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Grounder down the line at third. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. The Yanks held in check. We are still scoreless. And here's Renato Nunez, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Nunez hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. And he fouls this one off. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Standing in now, Adley Rutschman, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He'll enter play down at an even 240 for the year. 6 home runs and 25 driven in. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control, 0-2. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Ball 2.
2-2.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. And he hits it hard to the right side. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Batting it, the right fielder, Diaz.
Ready now for Baltimore. Yusniel Diaz. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. He's set. Here it comes.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Comes set. The 0-1. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Betts at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Orioles leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Last half of the second set to go, and standing in is the power-hitting second baseman, Torres. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-1.
The 1-0. And this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. And the inning begins with a quick out, number 1.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. And be on the lookout today because the best arm in the outfield resides in left field. Usually not the norm, but you better not test this guy. Not only does he have a strong arm, very, very accurate as well.
At the plate now, Gary Sanchez. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 33 home runs and 84 runs batted in. And it's 0-2 to Sanchez. Shoots this one over to first. And that gets through for a one-out base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. 1-0 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Now a swing and a little tapper to the left of the mound. Throw won't get him at first, an infield single, and it's first and third now.
Yeah, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
First offering on its way. Aaron Judge is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, this is a spot as a pitcher right now. You want to get a little bit greedy. Ideal would be to roll up a 2-ball. At worst, try to get yourself a strikeout.
Count now a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And it's fouled away. Runners are at first and third, one away. Strike three called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Into the box now, Mike Ford, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He'll enter play here at an even 250. 13 home runs and 34 driven in. Sent on the ground out to second. Reined in. Throw on to first, and a Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. Will move to the third with no score. Settling in now, Andrew Velasquez. 9 at-bats for him in the series so far, and he's collected a pair of hits. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike one. Velasquez, a 25-year-old, he was selected in the 7th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Now batting, the left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Digging in to try it again, Austin Hayes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
That evens it up 1-1.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Jack Mayfield waits on deck. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he loses him on a breaking ball.
The batter, the second.
Now batting, Jack Mayfield. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And a dive, but he's back in. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And he'll dive back in. Comes set with the 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now a throw over, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Hayes leads off first with 1 away. Runners off for second. Strike called. Now the throw down is not going to get him as he swipes second.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
The 1-2. Swing and a liner. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. And the run will score easily as the Orioles are off to a 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
And that misses, ball 1. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Fouled off. Hit high and deep out to left center field. And that is off the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
Into the box, Rio Ruiz. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. And the slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with the runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings 1 home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Renato Nunez, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And it's 1-1. A 2-1 count to Nunez.
Hey, after the double at his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
A bouncer up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So now to the plate, Adley Rutschman hit in the air to left. Stanton has a read on it. And that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Baltimore's out in front, 3-0. Leading off the inning, Mike Tauchman, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out. And with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play. Back to the top of the order now, and striding into the plate, it'll be Miguel Andujar. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. To third. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that means that Nick Ahmed will be the next to bat. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1.
This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
He's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 3 innings complete. The O's lead this thing 3-0. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading off the bullpen, the center fielder.
All set for the start of the 4th. And next it'll be the outfielder, Steven Duggar.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And the Orioles are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one, going for extra bases off the bat. Yusniel Diaz is the next to bat. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
At the plate, Andrew Velasquez, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the 0-1. One out and a runner on second base. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Austin Hayes. First offering on its way. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter. the 2-1.
That's ball 3.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
And he misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only 1 away.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
In now for the O's, Jack Mayfield. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Now batting, designated hitter, Dwight Smith Jr.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Davy Garcia answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Garcia.
To the plate now, Dwight Smith Jr. He grounds it sharply to third. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And they'll add another as this is now a 5-0 game.
Up next for the Orioles, the third baseman, Rio Ruiz.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Rio Ruiz. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though. Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He's certainly got this guy on the defensive.
Now a bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Now batting, the first baseman, Renato.
So the bases are loaded here with 1 man gone, and digging in next at the plate will be Renato Nunez. As a look, now the pitch. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
When you're up by 7 runs any time in a game, let alone this early, it feels awfully good. They are hitting on all cylinders here, but they have to be careful not to let off the gas pedal now.
In now, Adley Rutschman, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Rutschman is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
High in the air out to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with the sac fly.
Stepping up now, Steven Duggar. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. First delivery to him on the way. And he popped him up. Andujar in foul ground, but this will land untouched. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball one.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. All in all, 10 men come to the plate and 5 score. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Orioles 8 and the Yankees nothing. Now in the box, Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs. Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Looking at his career totals, Torres is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat. Another 0-2 coming. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Hayes is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Now batting, the catcher, Gary.
So 2 are gone now in the Yankee half of the 4th. And the next to bat, the Dominican-born catcher, Gary Sanchez. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
1-2 to the Yankees catcher.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And digging in is the outfielder, Yusniel Diaz. Here comes the first pitch. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. The windup and the 0-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
Here now the 2-2.
We got 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2. What a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Into the box, Andrew Velasquez.
The batter, number 88.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Inside, ball 1.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a hard liner toward short, but unfortunately right at the shortstop for the second out.
Now batting, left fielder, Austin Hayes.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Austin Hayes. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope, that's down.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
2-0 to the Baltimore left fielder.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Ball even at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Still even at 2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Orioles as the lead holds at 8-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Yankees manager to discuss his thoughts on his team's offense. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
For the Yankees, the left fielder.
Into the box now, Giancarlo Stanton. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth. First pitch on its way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Gone! It's a solo blast off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton, number 33 on the year. And they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
The designated hitter, number 99, Aaron Judge.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge as he rips it on the ground to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
At the plate now, Mike Ford, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Smokes this one into deep center field. Looking up, Duggar. And it's gone! Two-run shot to straightaway center, number 14 on the season. As they cut the gap a bit, it's now an 8-3 ball game.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Into the box, Mike Tauchman. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game.
And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Miguel. Andujar.
And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And that misses for ball 1. In there, 1-1.
1-1.
3 runs already home here. Now one hit foul over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. Pitch on the way. High and deep to right center. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The batter, number 13.
Stepping into the box, Nick Ahmed. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Lifted in the air to center field. Duggar's there for it. And that ends the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Orioles 8 and the Yankees 3. Coming to the plate now, Jack Mayfield. Singled home a run in his last time up. First offering on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. A ball and a strike. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Lays off the breaking pitch, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Dwight Smith Jr. will be next. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Now batting, designated hitter, Dwight Smith.
At the plate, Dwight Smith Jr. trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line toward right center. And this is going to be his 4th hit of the game, as this should wind up as extra bases. And they've really got something going here. Runners at 2nd and 3rd to start the inning.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Standing in now, Rio Ruiz, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And there's ball 1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
Full count now. 3-2. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Now batting, the first baseman, Renato Nunez.
Stepping into the box, Renato Nunez. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Torres at the bag. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from 3rd.
Now batting.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Now at the plate, Adley Rutschman, 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch on its way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Just missing here, 2-0.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Steven Duggar would be next. A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Orioles settle for 1. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Orioles lead it 9-3. Next for New York, Mookie Betts. He's set to start it out for the Yanks here in the 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Torres. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The windup and the 0-1. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, we're talking about 2 full weeks of finding a way to be productive and get a knock.
Good to think about that. You think how hard it is to get a base hit in a professional baseball game, and for him to be able to do it 14 consecutive days in a row. As a pitcher, you have to just tip your cap to this guy.
At the plate, Gary Sanchez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Drilled on the ground is short. Scooped up, step on the bag for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. We're through 6 full. Baltimore's out in front, 9-3. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Steven Duggar. Here's the first pitch to him. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Strike 2 taken, a fastball that clips the inside black. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. He checks his swing. Did he go around? No, says third base umpire Rusty Valentine. Ball 1. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Line drive to center field. Tauchman is right there, 1 down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Standing in, Yusniel Diaz. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 1, as that one didn't really threaten the inside corner. A ball and a strike now. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
One thing that can nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at bat here. Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Bounce to first. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Orioles are on top, 9-3. Digging in now for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
In there, strike 1.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make him try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Left center, base hit. Throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
In now is the Yankees DH, Aaron Judge. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
And he misses low with it. 2-0. 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Grounded to the right. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Here comes the Baltimore skipper out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. Tired a bit as he reached the 7th, but he's got a shot at the victory if his bullpen can help him out. Hector Velasquez comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Hector Velasquez.
To the plate now, Mike Ford. Grounded up the first baseline. To second for 1. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
Yeah, you know, that's a big wasted opportunity. Even though a run does score on the play, they're still down, and trading 2 outs at this point in the game is really costly. Not a good turn of events for them.
So base is empty now after the double. He's set and the pitch. Tried to check it and it's 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Drilled right back up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 1 run here on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Orioles lead it 9-4. Enrique Salinas has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 30, Enrique Salinas.
So stepping in, Austin Hayes. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First offering on its way. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Salinas is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
And he fouls this one off.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back, off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
This one's down to third. Andahar brings it in. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Up next for the Orioles.
Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. Stepping up to the plate, Jack Mayfield. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Long run for the center fielder. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Dwight Smith Jr.
And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Dwight Smith Jr. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Hit down the line at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Baltimore's out in front, 9-4. Now at the plate, Nick Ahmed. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. And they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up. But that was a nice job of laying off.
3-0 now.
3-0.
The pitch. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Count 1-0.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the 2nd strike. Both teams with an even 10 hits in the ballgame. And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is gone on strikes, 1 away.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Torres comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Line drive to center field. Duggar is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, catcher, Gary.
Stepping in, Gary Sanchez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. In there, 0-1. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail it here 9-4. All set to start the 9th in this one, and set to go as the 3rd baseman, Rio Ruiz. He's ready. Here's the first offering. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And a slider stays outside, and he falls behind 2-0. Pitch on the way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So digging in now, Renato Nunez. He was a double play victim last time around.
He doesn't have to worry about that in this situation, Matty. No one on base right now. Try and get something up so you can drive the baseball.
Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the 9th is proving unfruitful thus far. 2 quick outs here. Ready now, Adley Rutschman. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance to get off the field super quick.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're on top, however, 9-4. Digging in and looking for more, Giancarlo Stanton trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Chase Goslin takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
Now pitching for Baltimore, number 19, Jake.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Just missing here. 2-0.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
And he has a cut at that one, but misses. 2-1. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
This is line to left. And Stanton's aboard. It's a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debo. He gets his fourth knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Duggar going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, first baseman, Mike Ford.
Standing in, Mike Ford. He went deep back in the 5th. First offering on its way. In there, no balls and a strike. Ripped down the line. That's through for a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And they'll have runners at 2nd and 3rd following the 1-out double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his 2nd base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Coming to the plate now, Mike Tauchman. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1. 2nd and 3rd here, 1 man out. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And this ought to plate a couple as this ball's down for extra bases. He pulls into 2nd safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Now batting.
Always nice to get some run production from the bottom of your order, right? That double brings in 2 runs, and the top of the order is coming up here. This could really be a big inning.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball 1, no play.
The 1-0 home. Chopped in front of home plate. On the first in time, and the Yankees are down to their final out now.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Nick.
Stepping in, Nick Ahmed. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
The 2-0 on the way. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. Goslin is under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
9-6, the final tally in this one. Baltimore led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Kyle Muller earns the win, his 2nd. Masahiro Tanaka was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Orioles, 9 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Yankees, 6 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 17 minutes. Our paid attendance here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, 47,309. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please get home safely.